Oh, hey, didn't see there. Welcome to Ask Shmoe 2010.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits, putting on the Ritz.
What is your favorite bad guy movie death? For example, Alan Rickman at the end of Die Hard 1 and Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator. Well, I thought about that for a bit, and there's only one movie that came to mind, and that's Raiders of the Lost Ark. I love when the Nazis' faces melt off. It's absolutely great. The entire movie you're waiting for them to get theirs, and boy do they ever. What is your favorite yoga position? Well, I myself am no yoga expert, but I have done it a couple times, and the only one I can remember is downwards facing dog. And I only know that because of the name, and yeah. So anyway, it kind of looks like this, alright? So you get like that, get ready, make sure you're ready, alright? And you go down like that, legs out a little bit, and I gotta get my ass up in the air, there we go. And you stay like this for a little bit until your hamstrings pop, and ow, there we go. Okay, that went off. Anyway, the other one, I actually asked my friend Shannon. She actually does yoga and knows what she's talking about, and she said the warrior position was her favorite. So I'm going to demonstrate that one really quick. Get like this, lunge it up like that, then you put your arms out, and you got to bend a little bit, like that, and kind of like that, right? Like that, yeah, that's better. Yeah, you can feel the burn. Other side, like that. Keep your arms level, and yeah. Those are my favorite yoga positions. Can you drink Kool-Aid backwards while tied to a rope in Mexico and play guitar with one string, all at the same time? No. If you could sing a song acapella style, which song would you sing and why? A preview of such a song would be greatly appreciated. Well, that's a great question, and I thought about it a bit, and I decided that the best song to do like that would be Steppenwolf's Born to be Wild. It can't get any more badass except if you do it a cappella style. So, as you can see, I just whipped something together. Enjoy.
Get your motor running. Head on that highway, looking for adventure. And whatever comes our way, ain't darling gonna make it happen. Take the world in a loving way. Fire all of your guns and fun send explode into space.
Could you make a countdown of best to worst Queens of the Stone Age albums? 1 to 5, and by worst, I just mean less badass. That question's right up my alley. If you didn't know, I'm a gigantic Queens of the Stone Age fan. I own all their albums, and I've seen them about 7 times live, and that's just Queens of the Stone Age, not any of their related side projects or other music they're affiliated with. But anyway, I'm going to do my least favorite to favorite album, and just because it's my least favorite doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. I enjoy all their albums, and you should get every single one of them if you don't own them. So yeah, here we go. Number 5, Era Vulgaris. Like I said, I really enjoy this album. It's got some great tracks on it like Misfit Love, Sick Sick Sick, Into the Hollow. It's a really good album, but just my least favorite of their albums. Number 4, Songs for the Deaf. And I know what you're thinking. Shmoe, you're a goddamn moron. How could you possibly pick Songs for the Deaf as your number 4 album? Well, to me, it's got amazing songs on there. It's got Songs for the Dead, Songs for the Deaf, Hanging Tree, Millionaire, Sky is Fallen, and about a bunch of others. But for me, the coherence and just the way the album flows isn't as good as the rest of their material. Number 3, Rated R. This one is basically interchangeable with my number 2, but I decided today to put it number 3. Rated R is a fantastic album. It's got Feel Good Hit of the Summer, it's got Lost Art of Keeping a Secret, Tension Head, and one of my favorite songs ever by them, In the Fade, and it really helped me fall in love with Queens of the Stone Age. I love it. Number 2, Lullabies to Paralyze. And I know what you're thinking, Shmoe, you're doing it to me again. How could you put Songs for the Deaf at number 4 and Lullabies to Paralyze at number 2? I'll explain it to you. I really love the coherence and focus this album has. Every track on there fits perfectly in the scheme of the album, and I just love that. This album really blew my mind when I heard it, and it's got some great tracks on there. Burn the Witch, Someone's in the Wolf, Medication, Everybody Knows That You're Insane, and a whole bunch of others. So yeah, that's my number 2. And coming in at number 1, it's their self-titled album, Queens of the Stone Age. This album for me is just ridiculously good. I know it's their first album and it's raw and all that, but the material on there is so good and it just plays like a greatest hits for me. It's got If Only, Mexicola, Avon, Can't Quit Me Baby, and a bunch of others that are just fantastic. This is definitely my favorite album of theirs, and like I said, plays like a greatest hits. It's just perfection. So that's my countdown of worst to best Queens of the Stone Age albums. They're all fantastic. Well, anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching another episode of Ask Shmoe, and thank you for submitting all these questions. I really appreciate them. And you can always submit more, and you can do that at askshmoe@yahoo.com. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.